Hello, okay. So I just saw the CC mangaka, which I think I followed them on my other account. I'll have to do that. But um, there's an update about the casting call audition video. Now I have not seen this yet, but I am deciding to make a video reaction because I did actually uh yeah I am subscribed. I did actually audition myself to this. Now I am hoping my audio is fine because my computer has been rattling every time I use it. So I might have to turn subtitles on so I can hear it. I'm hoping that if it does rattle, that you guys can't hear that. So yeah, okay, yeah, I can still hear it rattling. So I'm hoping that
I thought
you guys cannot. It's just a me thing.
150 people would audition for this project. That was my best case scenario number. I woke up on day 1 to 100 emails. By day 2, it was 400. By day 3, it was 800.
Oh wow.
Every time I
See,
closed,
like I part of why I auditioned, I knew that there was a fair few people by the time I auditioned. Because I've been following this project for a while. I think I made fan art back then, like it was just one chapter. I am not up to date because I'm lazy and I fell off reading manga there for a while. Like I went from reading everything Shonen Jump was releasing to just like not reading much at all. But yeah, I auditioned for this. I auditioned for several parts, so I should probably check. Ye Old Treehouse is the name of this series. You guys should check it out. Um, so there's the website. So the characters I auditioned for um was I think it was Fig. I auditioned for three. It's I think it was Fig. Dren Drengis. I forgot how to pronounce the name. The audition thing did have a guide. So yeah, this is the guy that I drew back like in chapter one, and then Boca. Um, this is my favorite guy just because he's fancy. Like look at him. He's beautiful. So I had to try. I don't think I got anything just because I've never voice acted before and my voice kind of sucks. But I wanted to give it a go. So yeah,
my
especially with
eyes
the
and
amount of
opened them
people.
again, the
But
number had ballooned.
I'm curious,
By the
like if
time
they're
I
gonna be
closed
announced,
the
and I
casting
wanted to get
call,
my
I
reaction
was
if that
staring
is
at
true.
over 2,400 auditions. To be completely honest, I was terrified. I deal with imposter syndrome every single day, and watching this project eclipse my
I'm also
expectations in
expecting that
real
if I
time
got it, I would
forced me to
know.
realize something. This isn't just my little indie manga anymore. People are watching, and the visibility of what I'm building here is much, much bigger than I ever let myself imagine. My biggest fear with this
Wait,
casting call wasn't
I just feel
necessarily
like how many subscribers this person has. Like the fact that like a 5,000 like subscriber channel was able to get like 2,000 auditions is crazy. Like just like proportionate to like sort of fan base and stuff. Like I don't know if maybe this creator is bigger on other platforms. Like let me I think I saw it on Webtoon. Like how many people read this? Like, oh, it's only one chapter on Webtoon. So it's like got 400 views. In Global Comics has I've never been in Global Comics. So I actually don't know where exactly it tells you. Okay, so it's got 41K views for the first chapter, but then like it falls off pretty quickly to about like 3,000. So I'd say like each chapter, like the first couple chapters, you're getting about like a couple K views. Further down, why is this that chapter suddenly jump up? I guess maybe people reread it. Okay, so I'd say you get about like 500 regular viewers. So it feels like that like there are more people auditioning than are regular viewers, which I mean I'm part of that category. My eyeball is itchy. Yeah.
picking a bad cast, whatever that means. It was the fear that I wouldn't be able to find the voices that I had heard in my head for almost 2 years.
Actually
I had to
like
learn to
I'm gonna
let
keep
go
talking,
of
but yeah, that's a fair fear. Like especially if you're small and you're expecting that you'll maybe get like I don't know like two people auditioning for your character, and it's like well, I gotta pick what I've got. But yeah, that that's a fair fear to have. Like especially if like because the audition sheets had like character examples things. So I'm guessing that this person has a like that CC has a pretty vivid image in their head of like what these characters sound like. Yeah, that would be kind of scary. Put yourself out there with no guarantee that like anyone's gonna show up and expecting like 150. Like that's between what I think it was like eight characters. So yeah, the odds of getting someone that actually sounds like it, especially if you're getting like amateurs like me.
My own preconceptions and trust the actors to show me who these characters were. It was a massive and overwhelming process. But today, you'll see the results of that
Okay,
process. And
so like
more
we're
than
getting
that,
them.
what's possible when an independent creator
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I can guarantee I did not get this because like there's no way that I would find out like this. But when we get to the characters, I should have in my Google Drive. Hold up, I will be able to show you guys what I sent in, and you guys can listen to my awful voice. Um, I'm so
stops
excited to
playing
find out
small,
how
stops
dangerous sounds.
delegitimizing yourself by acting as though because you're indie, you can't do big things.
I'm so
I'm
excited for
so
this.
excited to finally announce the actors who are cast to play the leads for season 1 of Ye Old Treehouse. As you see their amazing faces come up on the screen, I
Oh,
wanted to talk about how I selected
their faces. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have to send in a photo or anything. I was expecting to hear them.
them. Out of everyone, these actors were the ones who not only captured how I thought about my own characters, but they really added something of
Everyone
their
has
own.
like these fancy photos. Ooh, I'm excited for what this guy sounds like.
They managed to get me extremely excited, visualizing the scenes that I had already written and hearing them in a way
Wait,
that
why
let
does
me
everyone
see
kind of look
exactly
like
where
the
I was going
characters?
with
Is
the
that just
entire
me? Like everyone's like their vibes are
project
kind
to
of
begin with.
matching.
They were just spot on and really, really shined through, and I'm quite sure that you guys are going to absolutely love their performances. Check the description down below to follow them on socials and support these
So I'm also guessing that these guys had better audio quality than me because I might have like just recorded it on my phone and you can probably hear like the fan because like this was like in the middle of summer so like there was no way I was not having a fan on. And I also like because I kind of procrastinated and stuff and I had a plan. I was gonna try and audition for all 8 characters because I'm like, well, if I audition for everyone, odds increase. And I had this plan and stuff being like, okay, I'll practice this character for this amount of days and stuff, and then like proceeded to not do that. And then like because there were so many auditions, the deadline got like reduced, and I panicked. And I'm like, okay, I need to just get something in, otherwise this is not happening. Um, I'm so glad I did it. Like honestly, I was not auditioning for the sake of actually like getting a role. I just like wanted to support and like thought it would be fun. Um, it was really weird having to listen to my voice that many times and like also it was just kind of me seeing if I could even do different voices because like none of the characters like description things particularly sound like what I naturally sound like. um I also was concerned like I did actually reach out because I've like chatted with the creator like sort of on Instagram and stuff and I was like hey wondering like how long your project's gonna be because like I'm looking at starting to clearly I can't voice act testosterone potentially like at some point and I'm like oh well like that means my voice would change like because I just wanted to reach out just on the odd chance that I managed to by some miracle get it. I wanted to make sure that hey like is that gonna be an issue and they're like okay they encouraged me to try anyway so thank you. um Everyone looks so cool.
amazing actors because
Okay, I want to
I
hear their
know y'all
voices.
are really going to enjoy what they bring to the motion comic dub. Why did I do all of this to begin with? We're coming up on the 2-year mark for Yield Treehouse,
Oh,
April
so
22nd.
okay, I didn't realize it's been 2 years because okay, I used to have a YouTube channel that was like about making manga and stuff, and I started that before this creator started their channel before they released. They've been making for 2 years. That is 2 years I have been procrastinating. Wow. Okay, I am partway through something. It's just that I went from like going okay, I forget to consider backgrounds and like I gave myself too many backgrounds to draw, and I keep procrastinating for that. And also, my art's in a weird spot at the moment. Like, I feel like every second piece feels like it's drawn by a different person because I did like a Tetsuya Nomura study. And yeah, I'm in this like weird hybrid where I can't quite decide if I want to stick with my older, sort of more cartoony, simpler style, but then I'm also like, well, I like the gritty details. So yeah, I think that's also part of why I've been procrastinating is my art's just not stable. I know that that's not really an excuse and I should just push through it, but also like university doesn't help. But I am just like I'm also bringing a lot of this up as someone that's like you know wants to do this but just hasn't, and like how impressive it is, and like 2 years to consistently like draw like anything, like 2 years consistently working on any project is a monumental achievement. Like that is crazy. Like the dedication, like making manga is hard. Like it takes so much mental energy, it takes so much time, um, especially a long project. Like I feel like it's so much easier to just draw like a funky page. Like I feel like the thing that I find the most fun is I've got an example here. I don't know how visible it would be, but like I like these sort of like more loosey goosey sketchbooky kind of things. Like the panels aren't super strict. There's things coming out and like they're not particularly planned. But like to draw actual like stories. Like hold up, do I have which? Okay, my folder's over there. I will grab my boy, grab my folder. Like, cause I've drawn manga pages in different projects, but like I keep procrastinating. But like stuff like this, like so this is like my stuff. This it takes a lot of effort. Like, so there's a lot of steps. You've got to like um plan out your story as a whole. Especially like this is for a one shot, so I didn't have to do as much of that. But for like a long series, you have to know like your story, your characters, where it's going, and then you've got a script. So you basically like write it out like a movie script where you've got like, well, this is how I do it. People have different processes, but you kind of write out the story. Like to work out the dialogue, you might write down notes of like, okay, like I want them to punch and then kick, and then they're gonna be like crying. Basically, you're writing out things before you start drawing, and then you start storyboarding, which is basically like you sketch out all your pages in very basic. Now there are different levels to it. For example, there's the book the Jump Guide to making manga. I have it. And it has three different examples, like where three different professional mangaka are given like the same prompts and they show their storyboards. And yeah, there's different levels to like sort of how detailed you go. Like so, sometimes your story, like some artists, their storyboards look basically complete. Like Monitor Comics or VTuber Comics, their storyboards are so pretty, so clean and stuff. Mine look like basically a step above stick figures. And then like then you have to like sketch it out and ink and things like it's a whole process. It takes hours for a single page, and you usually like have like 20, like I think from what I remember of the Global Comics, like that's 20 pages a chapter, and there's like what 20 something chapters. That I can't math. That's like 80 odd pages. That is so much effort, and like especially of the same project, and like you're not gonna feel inside. There are gonna be pages and things like one of the most difficult things about drawing comics is you're going to have ideas, and it's gonna force you to have to draw things you don't want to draw. You have to draw backgrounds, like expressions that are difficult, and like maybe you can make slight adjustments to make your life easier and stuff. But like at some point, you're inevitably gonna have like you can't just draw everything front face on. Like you can't just draw the easy stuff. It's going to push you. Like so, yes, like full respect for just actually sticking with it and actually getting anything made. As someone who I've been wanting to do this since like I read My Hero Academia back in like 2019, and like having like half dropped projects and stuff. Like even drawing a single manga page takes so much mental energy, so much time, effort. Like, and yeah, the fact that yeah, I'm gonna glaze some. You deserve like all the love that you're getting for this like projects and stuff because like you're out here actually doing what a lot of us do not put the effort into do.
Is the anniversary, and in that time, I've almost finished 4 volumes. Now,
Four
serialized
volumes is
manga is common where I live in Asia, but in the Western world, the reality is that the ceiling for indie manga is very low. A lot of people still don't read manga. They
like
get introduced to anime first and then they move to manga later if they
yeah,
read it at all. I knew I
yeah, like it. I've just gotten my mom into anime. And she's kind of turned off from reading something like manga because it reads backwards, and she's also not much of a reader in the first place. Um, I think she's had some interest in like maybe reading some of the series that she likes, like she likes the Apothecary Diaries. But yeah, it is quite true that like manga is considered niche. I mean, even comic books to an extent are niche, but then like manga. I mean, it is getting better with like things like anime and stuff. But more people watch anime and things, and yeah, indie doesn't have a lot of space. Like especially if you have a look in say like in bookstores, manga like most of it tends to be stuff from Japan. There's not a lot of indie ones I see on shelves. Some things I have seen is like Saturday AM stuff, I did see, oh, what's CD Mark's thing called? Ruthless Render. I remember seeing that once, and I didn't have the money to buy the volume, and then I haven't seen it in stores again, and it's made me so sad. But yeah, it's being an indie anything, but like indie manga is not an easy niche to get seen in because like especially manga readers, like there's so much stuff coming out of Japan. It's difficult to keep up with the mainstream stuff. A lot of us like, aren't also then reading independent things like, you know, it can be difficult to just read all the main, especially if you're starting like now. Like there are massive shonen series that have been going on for a long time. Like there's so much to read that like in the mainstream that's really good, and takes forever that you like a lot of your smaller stuff is just not going to be seen.
Needed to get YOT to an audience that wouldn't normally see it. You can't spend all of your time marketing to other creators. We all want an audience of
That's actually
consumers.
pretty fair. Like that is a difficulty that you can have as sort of like an artist, is like I think that this is something that like I know sort of like with modern comics is like a lot of like he's sort of like two things. So like sometimes like when you're marketing to like sort of like tips and stuff for artists, they're kind of just there for them to learn how to do the thing. They don't care about what you're actually working on. They're just there to learn skills from you to do their own thing. Like it doesn't necessarily translate to like for example, like I know that this creator also makes things about like how to do things like sharing their experience and stuff. And yeah, like that doesn't always necessarily translate to then people actually supporting you. They'll take, I don't know, if you teach them how to draw hands, they'll take that. They want that, but then they won't like check out your stuff as well, which sucks. But yeah, that's also the difficulty of like I think it was Tara with the social media. I'm gapping so much. There's a social media site that like came out that in a response to Instagram's like AI stuff. Like this was early AI days, but because it was like all artists, they sort of didn't develop a community around it. Like there wasn't the sort of like person to just. I mean, artists also like looking it up, but yeah, it definitely felt like everyone was like it's kind of if you just have old people like selling stuff but no one there to buy. I know like that this isn't necessarily like making sales, but it's something like that. You kind of need like the consumer.
To engage with our stories, right? I had to translate this work into a way that can be consumed by a far more general audience, and to me, that meant adding voice, sound
Honestly,
design,
that's
and
actually
music to
brilliant.
eliminate the barriers of a comic, which are unfortunately most notably reading. So, what does that mean for this channel? It means that this channel is changing
Ooh.
completely into a production blog, a
Oh,
studio
okay.
vlog. I want you to come with me on the journey of producing season one. I want everyone on this channel to
I mean,
feel
that sounds pretty
invested
cool.
in this and to see what it takes as an indie to create a big IP. That's been my goal from day one. If you look at my old videos, this is what I've been absolutely yapping about since the very beginning.
Okay,
This channel is
let's check out these old videos. Let's see what they mean. I think there was like one about like writing characters. I don't know. It's been a while. I mean, it's been 2 years. Oldest. Speed paint. Speed paint. Trope. Oh yeah. Okay. It's saying that I haven't seen them. This is because like I've swapped accounts. So I know that I'm trying to think. Like I know I've definitely seen a few of these. I just don't remember because um, it's been a while. I have a feeling I've watched that one. Um, yeah, you can also see a transition in like the thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, like there's a lot of these are sort of like giving advice and like helping out and stuff. I feel like the thumbnails have possibly changed. I don't know. Because I know that some people do that. They go back and like adjust thumbnails, old thumbnails. I can't be bothered doing that. Once I'm done with it, that's what you're getting.
going to be the diary of creating this motion comic, which I'm shooting to have ready by the end of the year, hopefully. At least 3 episodes.
Oh wow, that's actually
I want to
quite.
show that independent creators
I
are
mean,
worthwhile for the mainstream and that with enough persistence and long-term strategy, you can build something amazing that's
This is making me want to like lock in. This is making me want to draw. It is like midnight, so I probably shouldn't do that like when I finish this video. So I probably should be asleep right now. But like I saw this and had to like record my reaction. Like I had to. I want this. I want the old treehouse because I mean I'm acting as if like my voice is gonna help it grow in any sort of way. But like honestly, this is it's really good. Like from what the little I have read, and I do intend to read more. I mean, maybe I could do a reaction thing, kind of like what I've been doing with Naruto. Um, like yeah, I was enjoying it a lot. I did also spoil things for myself, like going ahead to like look at lines and get a stage of the character. But also like this dude, this dude's peak. I don't even care if he like. I know that he's a villain, so he probably goes on to do like war crimes and stuff. But no, he's. I love him. I yeah. I feel like that might be my ideal character design. I feel like that was lab engineered for me to be like, yes, that is the kind of character I like.
taken seriously on a larger scale. I'm going to be documenting every hurdle, every
I
breakthrough
just feel
right
like
here.
I turn
So,
subtitles
if you
on
want to
when there's
see what it
already
actually
subtitles.
looks like to build an IP from the ground up, or if you just want to see if I can actually pull this off, stick around. Subscribe to follow the production of Ye Olde Treehouse Season
So yeah,
1.
everyone go subscribe.
I'll see you in the next update.
Build a website you
Go away
love.
ads. Ill ads. Yeah, I am so excited. This is okay. Um, to get to watch the season, we'll probably get Ye Olde Treehouse season. Do we think that we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts 4 or Ye Olde Treehouse season 1 first? I hate to say it. I think that honestly, at this rate, we might get this before Kingdom Hearts. So hey, if you're waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4, which if you're oh yeah, I'm wearing my Sora shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It is Sora approved. Um. Yeah. Everyone, go please support this creator. Don't be slacking like me and I have like only read a couple of chapters because you look. I sometimes forget that I'm reading things. I've also like halfway through several TV shows because I forget that I was watching it. Like I'm halfway through Vampire Night, and it's been like a couple of months since I watched it last because I just forgot I was watching it. Same with Gachi Yakuta, and I love Gachi Yakuta. Like it's not like if I forget to watch something, it's got nothing to do with quality. Like me saying that, oh, like, I forgot, isn't me saying that like it got boring and stuff. Like no, it's just like Unordinary on webtoons. I've also am behind on, even though it's my favorite webtoon. It just happens sometimes. So yes, please go support CC Mangaka. Go support Ye Olde Treehouse. Um, also support these voice actors. They look like they're like. I'm so excited for this series. This feels like it's gonna be big. Um, and I want it to do well, and especially like here on YouTube. We've got like things like indie animation, like it's quite good at picking things up. I feel like that if we can get this to work, it's like we've got things like your big ones like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss and Digital Circus, but you've also got like I really don't want to be a magical girl. Like if we like yeah, everyone please go support this creator and this series. Oh wait, I know what I forgot to do because the voices didn't come up. You guys should totally hear the voices I did. Um, dooba dooba dooba. Drive. Please just like, oh, this isn't gonna be the right Google Drive. Hold up. Pretend that like, pretend that like you're not seeing my. Because I think I sent it to. Yeah, okay. So we can all cringe together. Okay, so I did it on the first on the first of okay, so it's just over a month ago. I'm kind of scared to listen to these. Okay, so yeah, each line had like two takes, I think. So I've completely forgotten how this works. Okay, we'll just, I just click on it, does it play? I listened to one for each character.
He'll use the smoke to sneak attack. I'll get rid of it.
Oh gosh. I know it sounds worse from my end because of the Vita, but oh wow. I am so sorry to the creator that they had to listen to that. No. Yeah.
A warm welcome to Ultimarian on behalf of the Nosferi family.
I submitted this unironically. Sorry, I forgot how bad they were. Like, I know that I shouldn't be mean to myself, but I'm like, oh my gosh. Look, I've never voice acted before, and I think it can tell. I'm so glad that enough people auditioned that my voice acting did not have to be part of the project.
Sky pirates don't chase kiddos, so this is the safest group to travel with.
Okay, see, I can't cringe too much at that one, just on the principle that that's just my normal voice. But yeah, now that you guys got a taste for what kind of stuff this person had to listen to like find all this voice acting, I think they deserve it. They deserve a subscribe. You know, go subscribe to them, please, and like read it, and yeah, do all the things.